Louisiana beer reviews. We are looking at Sierra Nevada Otra Vez. No use talking about where I got it because you can get it pretty much anywhere. It's got a good date on here, guys. January 12th, 2016. Good. Packaged, bottled on date. 4.5% alcohol. 5 international bitterness units. There's over 20 video reviews for this beer. I was watching Greg's, and he gave it a B plus. He thought it was very good. And they're showing the ocean over in California with prickly pear cactus. And it says, in California, where temperatures often top triple digits. And when I went out there, it was 100 degrees. And I was sitting at that Angels Stadium watching the Angels game, and I was like, so humid and hot here. It was like worse than Louisiana. And the day before, it was a Sunday afternoon, I was in the Dodger Stadium, and it was really miserable. It was 100 degrees, 101. Anyway, 2-row pale and wheat malts. The hops are experimental, and the flavorings, yeah, it's a flavored beer. I'm going to try to be fair with it. Cactus, grapefruit, and coriander. Gets a very good score on Beer Advocate, B+, and 85 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 73 out of 100 for the style. And there's like hundreds of written reviews. Alright. I think Greg was saying something about, I fast forwarded through it because I don't watch all that stuff about the date, but he was saying something about the numbers, but right here, I have to go rewatch it maybe, because right here it's very clear, packaged on 1/12/16. Even gives the time, 4:03 p.m. Okay, so whether this came from Chico or Mills River, North Carolina, I don't know this particular bottle, but it's a East Coast, West Coast thing. Tangy twist on a nearly extinct gose style. Okay. They were saying on Rate Beer, a dimpled mug. Here's that Guinness mug my daughter bought me 2 years ago. It's a little too windy out here at 5 minutes to 9 a.m. So you're probably going to hear a bunch of wind in the video, unfortunately. Only 5 days ago I cut my grass, but you could see how shaggy it is. I mean, literally the day after I cut it, it was looking shaggy. That's how fast it's growing now. Okay. It was clear, but then when I shook up the bottom sediment, you could see this cloud descending. It's yellow-gray cloud, fierce bubble streams. So it's hazy, yellow gold, more yellow than gold. And it was a fairly thick white head that's fizzing away. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up the fizz with this pretty heavy wind. Let's check it out. It does smell like a fruit-flavored beer. It's an ale, so they use an ale yeast. It smells like, pungent bread, some sweet and sour bread. A little bit, this smells a little bit like Mountain Dew or Gatorade or, yeah, something like that. Maybe the original Gatorade. It looks like Gatorade. tastes like Gatorade a little bit. It really does. I mean, the bitterness isn't there. No bitterness. And Gatorade's not bitter. It's a little salty. It's tart. It's vegetable-like matter from that prickly pear cactus. Some grain. Okay, what does this taste like? Some breadiness maybe, the vegetable matter, the saltiness, I guess. They're saying coriander. Grapefruit. Maybe. Must be a low level of grapefruit coriander though. It's more of that cactus thing. Yeah. Well, on a sweetness scale, Cyclops would probably be 1 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness, no. Hop cones out of 5, 0. If there was a vegetable tasting scale, it would be pretty vegetable. Think of like if you had if you had boiled squash or something, and then you drink, if you just strained it and you had the water, the broth. So yeah, if you want a beer that tastes like maybe like squash broth, you might like it. Mouthfeel's medium, and the finish is kind of a wet vegetable broth finish. So you might like it. I don't really care for it. I'll finish it. I think it's okay, and maybe it's just not a style for me. It's probably what they were looking to get out of it. So for what it is, an oddity, specialty hybrid type beer. Pretty carbonated. It's fine. It's a B, I guess. It's good. I think for beer overall, it's okay. It's pretty watery and vegetable. I'm not going to keep saying it. So an okay beer from a company that usually to me does really good stuff, but they're getting off, and that's fine. You know, they do all these little oddities, and those are cool. I like their those wet hop ales. They do those fresh hop IPAs, ones that come in a big bottle. Those are really cool. So I love that. That's Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, and some of the other ones. Those are nice. But that's more up my alley. But anyway, so y'all come on down to windy New Orleans.